You think I remember to do that part before I come on, but nope. Okay, there we go. Or at least that I get it ready to go. I can't do it until the camera is actually on. Anyway, happy, what day is it? Wednesday, I think today? Yeah, Wednesday. I'm getting lost, which is really, frankly, a lovely place. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Anyway, frankly, that's a lovely place to be because time has ceased, which is excellent. So, today I have the backside of a page to work with, and that's this page from yesterday where I talked about the after Christmas shopping I did. And I was going to do the Linus page today, and then I remembered I have these photos to document yet. And this is the portable North Pole Santa videos that I talked about. So sorry for the Post-it notes, but my granddaughter here is not wearing a top. My grandkids, I think like a lot of kids, don't run around in as many clothes as grandma needs because I'm always cold. They are not. And then this is the picture of their 4 videos, and then the Christmas Eve video that I did for them. And I think, and I don't want their names shown. If you know them, you know them, but I don't need to get that publicized. I do want a lot of room to document, and I don't know that this will be it. So I'm thinking this can be a place for some fun design stuff. And then I added in a flip pocket. So I'm thinking documentation here, fun design stuff here, photo there. So the first thing I need to do is find and this is a good one, a December remember this special moment. Yep, that's it right there. So that's that one. So that will go here. I'm just going to pop that in. Although, interestingly enough, I'm going to probably have to back this on something, or at least put a little something behind here, because I made this so big that it's bigger than 4x6. I forgot I had done that. So I'll have to figure that out. Maybe a little bit of green in there might be a nice thing. And then, so that'll sit like that. This is going to sit, I think, in that pocket, but we'll see. And then this will be here with something behind it. I think I have a Santa card, something Santa related. I do like that too. Although I don't need all the details, that's right. We just need a card. And there it is. This is the one I was thinking of, this ho 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 card. So I'm thinking like this. Sorry, guys. And then maybe this is a spot. Let's see, I have a couple of things I could do here. I just found this heart paper, which would be nice back here. Probably want to add a little green. Hey, Kristen. Probably want to add a little green to this if I do that. And I'm just thinking about how all this looks. There won't be any green on here. There'll be just red. Yeah. So this one, I think, can just go on the back of this right now. I do have that green dot paper that I could use, so this isn't all red, which I'm thinking that's what I might do. We'll see in just a second. Make sure I don't have to cut that off. Kristen, did you look up the Santa videos? I know we talked about that a few days ago. Probably more than a few days ago now. I just thought about that as I saw you come on. Okay, so this one here, this one here, this might be nice with some green behind it, not just red. that green, and then I could put that green behind that one too. So what I'm going, let me pop this in here so I don't lose it. Sometimes the safest place is in the pocket, right? So let's get this figured out. Okay, awesome. Next year. They do take a while to do, so at least you can kind of check out and see what it's about. And then I'm going to just let's see, since I think, oh wait, this is the one that would go on there. I might cut this a little bit here to give it a little bit more space. We'll see once I get that down. Just measure, use my favorite measuring tool. Just back to back. Okay, so that would be this. And then, this is not completely straight on here, so I'm just going to trim. So that would be this and this. And actually, the trimming that needs to happen, well, the trimming that needs to happen is the whole thing. So hang on a second. I'm just going to do, kind of figure out. Oh, because this card is not really actually 6. That's the problem. It's a little bit short of that. So that's why I'm having issues. Just kind of looking to see. Let's see how this looks. And I might want to play with this a little bit. Yeah, I still need to trim from that side a bit. I don't know if I'll get it completely even all around, but something closer than it is. Okay, that's good. I actually like the way that looks. Yeah, that's why that's a problem, because it's not actually 6 inches. Well, that's no good. That's making my life harder. Hi, Sue. I don't need that. I have a hard time trimming things properly when the measurements are right. We don't need to do that to me. I'm going to see if I can take just a little bit off here. I'm seeing a little bit of a white core here. And that's the lovely thing about, I was going to say, it's a lovely thing about having this trimmer. Oh, except you know what I did? I put this on upside down. Of course I did. Hey, Nancy. Of course. You think I would have learned after all this time. That's okay. Okay, that's good enough. So I'm going to pop this in here just so I can see how things are laying out. Now, I like that bit of green behind there, how that looks. So the question is, do I like it behind the photo? And I can cut off the top of this photo for sure. There's a lot of noise up in there. So let me get rid of some of this and see how it looks. Not to mention that I also have I have this on there that's making things, I think I can afford to get rid of more. So let's do that. I'm going to take out as much of that stuff as I can. Okay, so liking that. Oops. And then maybe what I can do, I also could see if I could tighten that up a little bit and add some green to the back of that card, actually. I've glued it down, but I think that might be nice. So then this needs to go in. I will decorate, but I'm just going to do this so that we can get a layout of what the colors all look like together. Ooh, and this is a little bit too big. Okay, so I need to just cut off a tiny bit. Maybe from both sides, just a tiny sliver. And then the bottom one, I did get more than a sliver off. That should go in there now, but I may need to reorient my... Okay, it does, but I need to reorient my photo just a little bit so it looks more even. And that's just me. So I did pull a few Santa things I have. Santa's on the TV there. It's hard to see. So let's do this. This is going to have to come right back out once I decide. Okay. So we have that. Then I could do that as a big, you know, just a nice big piece there. Or I do have, let's see, I have a couple different things that have red. There was a pink one. I thought, oh, this is nice too. This is the other one I'm thinking of. So let's play with color here and see. So this is pretty, this red is pretty bold here, especially with that. So this is like together, family. Okay, not that one. I didn't like the green. That's nice. And so is that. I could get the green. I'm actually like, I thought I was going to like that, but I think it's a little bit too bold. I also do like this, but I'm thinking now that this needs to get a little tightened up here so that I can get a little green up in here so that it kind of starts to work together a little bit better. So let me tighten this photo up just a little bit. And I have to take the, I'm taking off the little pieces so I know where, well, let's see. I'm taking off the pieces so I know where I can cut. Oh, let's see. Sorry, guys. This is really boring, but... And I'm going to be able to take a 1/4 inch off of either side. So then that will definitely help. Let me get my little pieces back on here. Sorry. Not revealing all the names I have. All right. So then... what we want to do is cut it this size. I have everything attaching today. And I think once the structure of this goes, it shouldn't be, you know, once I get that structure, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. We have weather in the 40s today. And first of all, I just turned on the heat in my apartment because I was getting a little warm. But it's kind of crazy because everything is melting. And I just heard a big chunk of snow just dropped outside of my window here. Okay. Hey, Harmony. All right, so we have that. And then... like that. Hey there, Santa. Could use green hearts there. Okay, so then still deciding on what I'm going to do, or do I want to do more green here? Oops. A little flash of the girl in the pull-up here. Okay, so then I probably need something in green here, but I kind of like the hey there Santa there, but I could accomplish that with a heart pretty easily. Oh, I have got this thing that says December, this thing. It's a piece of chipboard. It's a chipboard heart that says December faves. So I'm going to squirrel here. I'm going to decide what is going to happen here just because I have ideas. Let's see if I like this on here. It's a little big, I think. Maybe not. Maybe I can make that work. Oops, and that slid. I think it'll be a lot better when all this stuff comes off. Yeah, let's do that. Except this chipboard needs to come outside the pocket. Now that I think about it. Oh, I know why it slid, because I don't have it attached. Let's do that. Let's make sure I'm attaching them back to back and top to bottom. Because that was a... Aw, that's nice, Harmony. Okay, put that in there. Pop this over here. Get the December fave. This piece has so much information on it. I don't think I'm going to do anything with that. I do need my number on here. So this will be 27, yes. I'm really losing track of days and all that stuff. So I'm thinking maybe over here somewhere, and I have lots of circles. I also have circles in colors too if I wanted to pull some red in here. Oh, this is cute. The Fun Tradition. But it, I know, I think I'd rather use this dead space here. But that could come back in here too if I wanted to. As I'm throwing die cuts all over the place here. Okay. Let's see, maybe I need to grab, I don't really need a place to journal because I'm going to have a lot of space for that. That covers up M1, who's, so M1, M2, M3, and 4, yeah, 3 and 4 are all there. Oh, you guys, on another note, I have been editing Disney photos for the last 2 days. And by editing, I just mean getting rid of the duplicates, the truly bad photos of the 2,600 photos we have in our shared drive. That's not the photos I took. It's not the photos from our PhotoPass. That's just the photos we took. And I said something about it. It's actually making me a little dizzy because of all the scrolling. It's just crazy. So I'm thinking this. And what I could do then is cut this so that it doesn't overlap. I like to do that a lot of times. And then the number could go in there. Also could do it like this. And do like the number here. And then something fun there. So I get a little bit of green in. I don't think I have green. Ooh, I was hoping I had numbers left in that. I don't, but I might be able to make something like a 2. I need a 2. But I've got 5 in red. So if I could find a 2 in green, that would be awesome. I think I might have an alphabet like that. And it doesn't have any 2s. It has a 5 though. Oh, and the 5's, well, actually that doesn't matter. 2, there's a set. I don't need a 5, I need a 7. but I still need a 2. I could do a 2 in red. What do I have for red? I have that red, and I have that red, neither of which is good. Okay, there goes that thought. I do have them in that, though, and I would have them in... No, I don't have them in green. Used up a lot of my 2s. I need a sheet of just 2s, which kind of makes sense. Okay, let's get these on here before I go any further with that. Yeah, that is a lot of photos. So 2,600 photos. I took about, and I edited mine every night so that I cut out duplicates. I cut out really bad photos, that kind of stuff. So I have about 500, and there were about 500 from our PhotoPass as well. So we have a whole lot of photos going on. Ooh, I just found this heart, and I like the idea of doing this in here to echo that heart there. So let's just do that. And then this obviously will go on here, but I need to figure out our... I have used a Z from time to time as a 2, but I don't want to do that here. What about, okay, I don't have red. Maybe I'll have pink in the puffies. I have white, but that's going to be hard to see. Ooh, but what I do have is this pink and red combo here. Let's see what I think about that. And I don't like the red with that. Okay, it's like a different red. So not loving that. And now I've also done it so that maybe this needs to, like it needs to come. All right. I'm going to keep my heart off of there for just a second because I need to figure this out first. Who knew the hardest part would be finding... What's this green like? That green is not too bad. And I do have 2s available in this. Yeah, no kidding. 2022 was brutal for the numbers on the alpha sheets, and that is so true. Going back and grabbing a 7 in red, so I'll have the red and green here. And now that that's on, I don't love this. What I'm thinking I'll do is grab, I might still use that love heart somewhere, but what I'm thinking I'm going to do is grab a heart from the puffy sheet. So I'll do that in just a second once I get these straight. And I think that's okay. Now we have a couple different shades of green, so that's pretty good. Ugh. If I could get them on. They both feel crooked to me. I think the 7 is crooked, which is what it is. So then the 2 looks crooked as well. Two, so many 2s, exactly. Okay, then let's find my puffy hearts. And see what I can find. Oh, I was going to say I could use stars too. Wish they were a little bit bigger. That's my only... Okay, I have like 10,000 Ellie Studio hearts. And of course, I'm wanting to stay with hearts because I have hearts on there and I don't love mixing hearts and stars, which is completely ridiculous, but it is what it is. I have to stand up, you guys, because I can't find them. I have gazillions of... here we go. Ooh, lovely. Okay. This is what I was hoping for. Bigger hearts in red and green. Maybe I could do a little one. Yeah, it's kind of like, maybe a smaller one in red here. Oops. So those are, I don't know what collection that's, no. Smaller in red and green. I've made my job hard here by leaving that open. Maybe we need to move this and make it come across both somehow. No. All right, well, and I don't have blue, so, well, actually I have blue on here. What am I thinking? I do. And I would almost need, I need to write something somewhere. Maybe, let's see. Maybe I just scatter them and that and leave the... Okay, I'm starting to like this idea a little bit better. And I always could bring in some navy dots if I don't like the way this feels. So I'm going to move this 7. There's a lot going on here. I may change this as I look at it. But for now, I'm okay with it. It's just, there's a ton going on here, and my focus is no longer on that photo. Okay, playing around still. Seeing if I can get maybe... that's, okay, that's it. We're gonna do a lineup of them, but I need a smaller red heart, and I have one on this other sheet. Okay, I like that better. I think the organization of it then, that it's a little bit more organized, is a little bit better. Okay, yeah, much better to my eye. Personal preference there, though. You do what is good for you. And we are now getting really messy. Okay, so I think that's front of the front of this completed. I may, when I go back and look at this after these are taken off, I may change something with that, like add something to it, but I'm not going to do it because I need those names. I want to keep those names covered. So then now what we're working with is this, and I think we want more green in here. So I'm just going to come through. And since it's going on the back of this, I'll just clip it from, cut it from here and make my life easy. This is that Carta Bella White Christmas collection again. And then I have green and red and all that good stuff here. I have a green background, and then I can put red and lots of other things here. So, all right, let's do it this way. I want to make sure. And I like the symmetry of these two things. So this says a fun new tradition. There's a Santa here. I have a Santa face here. This is not really a new tradition, though. I think tradition would be, just the word tradition would be better. And I'm not sure how all of these escaped from here. I brought them out, didn't I? Let me get rid of these. What I'm thinking is, oh, there's also another Santa scale-wise. There is a, here, he's right here. I can see him. So maybe he would be better. He's a little bit bigger. So we'll pop him in there, because this is all about Santa. So this says, "Hey Santa." And I'm thinking, yeah, maybe that there. I could do, now I have blue. I only have blue on that front, and I think I'm missing that in these. So let's see if I can bring in a label with some blue, if I like it. If I don't like it, we'll pull it off, but I think it would be nice to get, and I might need to do something with blue on there too. Okay, kind of liking that. Don't have anything dimensional on here yet. And now I'm thinking, thanks Santa, but there's no presents or anything here. It's just, but I do like the, this might just stay because I like the horizontal element here. Yep, we're just gonna do it, even though and I always could bring this in so that, or, you know, change it so that I have that on the front dimensional. I don't think I'm going to do that, but I could if I wanted to. Okay, so let's do that. Okay. I could get this on this card. No, there's something about the color I'm not loving there. So this can go back in. If I cover up too much of that blue, oh, there, that can go right there. If I cover up too much of that blue, I'm not going to have, I'm not going to have it represented, and I want it represented just because it's on the other side. And maybe a blue heart over here. We're going to do this heart right there. Like the way that looks. Just looking to see if I have any other Santa sayings. There's a Santa on here, but they're kind of the wrong colors for where I'm going. I mean, I do have pink in here. This is also crooked. I have pink in here, but it's more represented there. And I think I don't need to emphasize that. I almost thought, oh, I could put the pink flower on his hat. No, because the love thing is right there. Okay, so that looks good. This is their naughty or nice video. Yeah. All right, so that's good. I do have the word tradition here. And this is a tradition. And this is my book, so I can do anything I want from a maybe a little blue heart. Okay, so if I do this here, I'll pull this out, then maybe a little blue heart over here. To pull that in. Okay. And then I know what I could do. I could do some enamel dots there. This feels slightly off center now. We'll see if I can get it closer to center. If I can't, I can't, because that's stuck down pretty good. I just think I need to move it a little bit, not a ton. No, I think I have it going the other way. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, although I have that heart. I forget I have that heart on here yet too. But that was definitely really off center. Oh my goodness. Off center, I think I noticed it because it was crooked too. This is what happens when I have a lot of time to do these. Back in that pocket. Okay. Better. And you know I'm the only person better, except Santa's not over quite far enough. There we go. Better. I'm the only one who's going to even know that that was like that. Okay, so there's that. Then we have that. Then I'm thinking, let's sprinkle some enamel dots in here in navy. And that's kind of a nice way to get that color in here. And probably the little ones. And then I can sprinkle a couple over here too if I want to. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm going to bring it a little bit closer to that heart. And I'm going to put these on the outside of this pocket. And I want an uneven number. Now I said I'm going to put them on the outside. Now I'm going to look at doing it on the inside. They're drawing a lot of attention to themselves being on the outside. And they're not as much on the inside, I think. Or this, could I take? Oh, see, but I need an odd number. So I can do one of two things here. Let me go back to taking 2 of these off. 5 is feeling like too much to me. I just want a few. And I'm pretty sure that once I get these out on the inside here, I'm going to like it a lot better as well. It's a really, really minor change. But it's just softening that up a little bit. Yeah, I like it better. And I like it better with just the, and of course this is not even, and I just noticed that now. There we go. I like it better with those in. Harmony, I just saw the little character that you put on your That's a Lot of Photos. I missed that until just now. Okay, so that's good. I think that's good. Maybe a couple couple, but now let's see where. One. Okay, so one down there below his beard. One I think up here, and I'm going to use that same size. And then this one's going to be tricky because I really want it to go. Oops. And then I have to think about it on the front too, now that I think about it, because I don't have any on the front. And then one up here. Oh. Let's see if that works. Oh, not high enough. Needs to go more up and this way. Okay, I think that's good. Maybe in a little bit closer. And I think this guy needs to come out just a tiny bit. There, they were too close to each other. So Harmony just asked me a question that he's at the stage of COVID is he testing every day? The answer to that is yes, he is right now. And that's because we want him to have a negative test so that he can join in on the festivities this weekend. But he is about 3 days behind, I think, where his boss was. His boss's husband is the one who started this whole thing, and then he gave it to her. So she's a little bit, like I said, she's about 3 days. There we go. She's about 3 days ahead of where he is. So we're testing, or he's testing every day. He has plenty of tests to do it, so it's not that big of a deal. All right, so just trying to set. So I have some there. I don't have any on here. And that's where I'm thinking though, I think I'm gonna leave this. I don't think I want anything more on here because I think it'll be too much. And I might determine that when I take these pieces off, like I said, I might add a couple of things, or I would add things more than take things away once I see how this looks without that distraction. I have to get some white Post-it notes so that isn't as distracting. So anyway, yeah, so he is testing every day because we want him to take part in the festivities this weekend. Now, technically, he can do it with a mask. And my personal philosophy is, at the stage he will be in at tomorrow, I would work with him in my office with us both masked if he came in to see me, if he wanted to see me. Not everybody would do that, but once you're about 6, but especially 7 days past in your positive test, I'm okay with that. And really, for 1 through 5, you're supposed to be isolated. 6 through 10, you can be, if you've been vaccinated, you can have a mask on. So he'll be there. It's just exposing to my grandkids. I don't know if we want to do that, but and it's not, I don't think that this is certainly as serious as it was in March of 2020, but we don't want to get my grandkids sick. I mean, that's the whole reason we're being cautious. It's not because we think that something awful is going to happen. It certainly can, but they're not immune compromised and that kind of stuff, but we want to take care. And again, I don't want to be exposed to him right now as much as I love him, because I don't want the chance of getting sick and then not being able to go back to work next week when I've been off for an entire week. So anyway, all right. So that's where we are with that. He yesterday definitely sounded better and is feeling better, so he's less congested. So that's all good. So I'm hoping we'll be able to see each other this weekend. We'll see how that goes. So another 4x6 pocket and that kind of stuff. I'll have a lot to write here. And because this is my book, I'm going to tell the real story behind the Santa videos. If I was putting that this in their book, this would not exist, and it would just be the photo and this. So now that I think about it, well, my oldest grandson knows that Santa is not real, but he does go through my albums. So that is one thing. And this is a Simple Stories flip. You guys, you can get these from Creative Memories as well. You can also make your own. I have done that before. Now it would be harder here because this doesn't, you put the photo in from the other side, but on this side, you can make your own flip by taking a piece of paper. So let's say this is 4 inches high. You make it 8 or maybe just a little bit bigger than 8 inches high, fold it in half, and you've got your flip already. So you'd have it, let me show you what I mean by that, just to help explain this. So what you do is, if I was going to do it, if the flip was on this side, or you just want to do a flip, you don't need this pocket. You can do your own. You pop this in here like this, fold it in half. So I'm not going to do that because I don't want to wreck that piece of paper, but you'd fold it in half, and then you wouldn't see this side of the paper, obviously, but you would see this side. And then what you would do is you'd take, you could just do a sandwich like this. It's easier to fold it though, because I've done this before. If you just take 2 4x6 pieces of paper, let's see if I have them. So if you do like one here, and we're going to pretend these are both 4x6. Yeah, there. You just do it like this. So you put 2 4x6 pieces of paper, or you could do a journaling card here. I've done that before. Just do a 4x6 journaling card, or if you don't have journaling card, use ledger paper. There's ledger paper in this. Pop that there, and then you do, so ledger paper here, pattern paper up there. You have a place to design, stuff to write on, and that's a way you can do the flips. If you don't have these, you can do it that way. With it being on this side, I almost really have to use this or get really creative about how I'm going to do it. But if I was thinking about it, I'd do it on this side. I have done it with 4x6s, and I've also done it creating a flip with a 3x4 pocket without having to use the Simple Stories ones before I had these. So it's made me a little bit more lazy, or I don't know about lazy, but it's made me have to be a little bit less creative, but that's a good way to do it if you don't want to invest in them. And like I said, then you just, with this one, since this is 4 high, you again cut it 8 high, but then only 3 wide, and you can do the same thing. You can tuck that in here, put your put your journaling card on that. Again, when you open it up, you'd have the top if you wanted to do some designing on it, or for extra pictures, or this can be just extra pictures too, depending on how you want to do that. But I've definitely done that as well if you don't have the photo flips, to make your life a little bit easier. And you can do this in any size. So if you've got 4x6, 3x4s, if you have the 4x4 pockets, you could do it in the little 2x2 ornament one that I did. That would have been really cute. To do like a flip with extra pictures if you need more than the pictures that I used. That would have been something fun too, to just make that a little bit more dimensional and have that as well. Oops, let me get this back to day 27. So anyway, there we go. There is day 27. Tomorrow is day 28, and tomorrow I think we're doing my card wall because I put my Christmas cards all up on my bifold doors, which is my coat and pantry closet. So I think that's what we're going to do tomorrow for my my layout, because I'm not doing anything today other than trying to fix my outdoor lights with new fuses, and that's not going to be very exciting. And it's going to be warm, so that'll be fun. All right, you guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope those little suggestions help. You guys take care. Thanks for joining me again, and I will be back tomorrow. Bye, everybody.